Hi everyone, Enoch Jerome here. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to start a Django project. More specifically, this is a Django Mako Plus project that we'll be starting in this tutorial. Before I get into things, I would like to just go over why we're using Django Mako Plus as opposed to raw Django. For those who don't know, Django Mako Plus is a package, a Python package that appends Django. And it essentially makes it a lot easier to program in a lot quicker. One of the main reasons we use it is it automatically links JavaScript, CSS files, and that it automatically injects the context variables inside of a JavaScript namespace. So those are some of the main reasons we use it. We also use it for more technical reasons. That basically eliminates a lot of the use for urls.py, which gets messy. It just makes it a lot simpler to code in Django, and it increases our productivity here. All right, so for this tutorial, we will be following just the quick start guide for the Django Mako Plus in the Django Mako Plus documentation here. And for this tutorial, you'll need three things: Python, preferably the latest version, but some projects may need earlier versions, a text editor, obviously Python virtual environment. That's technically optional, but it's highly recommended because here we use so many different projects, and each of those projects is going to need their own requirements for different packages. All right, so I've already created my virtual environment here. I called it BrightBridge Blog. I'm also going to call the project that, but I will go ahead and show you how to install Django Mako Plus, which is super easy. It's a little different on Linux and Mac, where you'll be using pip3, but essentially in Python 3 as well for some of these commands, but it's essentially the same. So in this case, we'll be doing pip install Django Mako Plus, and I've actually already installed it, so it'll say requirement already satisfied when I try to do this. Packages including Django and Mako, and a few different packages that he uses to link up CSS, JavaScript, some of the other custom Python that he uses to link up. All right, so the next step is creating the project. So for that, we'll just be running this command, python-m Django Mako Plus DMP start project, and then the name of the project. Blog. And here in a second, you'll see, all right, it's created successfully, and then it'll say what's next. You're going to cd into BrightBridge Blog, and then run this command, DMP start app homepage. But before I do that, I'm going to open up the folder itself, which I have right here, and you can see right away all we have are the settings.py, the urls.py, and then the manage.py for this project. So what we need to do next is create an app for this project that we're going to call homepage, and it's going to contain all of our front-end modules. So logging in, signing up, viewing the blogs, and all of that is going to be contained inside of this app. So I'll cd into BrightBridge Blog and run Python manage.py. This will create a homepage app. Right, and then the next thing we need to do is add the homepage app to our installed apps inside of the settings.py, which I'll show you here. So here's our settings.py file for project. It's inside of the configuration file, and here we have our secret key. We have all of our installed debug loggers, and everything we need to get started with this project. All right, so here in the installed apps, we'll just go ahead and add home page and separate that with a comma, and that will automatically link up our home page. All right, so the next thing we need to do is run Python manage.py. Is it will synchronize our database with all the initial migrations that are necessary for the different. And you can see that here. We'll just be running that. We just got past this part of the tutorial, just adding home page to the installed apps. But yeah, we'll just be running homepage or Python manage.py migrate now. All right, and after that, we will run Python manage.py run server. All right, so now I'll show you what it looks like inside of the code first. You can see we have the DB SQLite 3 here. This is just what Django initially comes with for a database. But here inside of homepage, we have our templates, our views. We have separate views instead of one big long view. We have our templates and our styles and our scripts all in one place here. And like I said earlier, one of the neat things about Django Mako Plus is it will automatically link up CSS files that are named the same as the index as well as JavaScript. So all three of these are working in conjunction with each other. So basically it eliminates the need for the script tags up in the top. And the way it does that is through this line here, these two lines here. This will automatically link up the CSS, JavaScript, and HTML all together as long as they're named the same thing and they're within these separate folders. So for example here, let me pull open the site. You can see started development server at my local host, which is 127.0.0.1, port 8000 in this case. So yeah, you can see we've created this app, and this right now is a sort of blue, and I want to change that to red, and I can do that as easily as going into index.css here, and just, I don't know red off the top of my head, but I can change that to red. If I reload the page, right, so that is one of the neat features of Django Mako Plus. One of the reasons we use it as opposed to raw Django. Inside of the index.py here, it'll automatically inject the context variables inside of here, and then we have the Mako template tags for those context variables as well. You can do raw Python inside of the Mako template tag, which is a lot more powerful than the Django template tags. All right, so that is how you start up a project. In the next tutorial, I believe we'll be going over a lot more of what is entailed inside of the base tags here, including the block names, setting up nav bars and stuff like that. But yeah, that is how you start up a project, and that's the end of this tutorial.